The world is a complete shit show, and we've got a few people to thank for that. It's not a new thing, and being a marketer, especially being in the industry for over 15 years now, running my own business for the last 6, I love studying marketing. I loved Mad Men. I loved the psychology behind it all, and the more and more that I got into it and started studying the history of it and why people think the way that they think and why marketers persuade the way they do, I came across the real story. It really all comes back to a single guy, but he had a contemporary that had an entirely different script, which is the path that we should have gone down. So I want to tell you a little story here. You know this, that every single marketing tactic that is used today, every fear-based ad, every manufactured urgency, every time that you're told that you are not enough unless you have this product, all of those messages, they trace back to one guy. He literally wrote the book. The book is called Propaganda. The guy's name is Edward Bernays. He is the father of PR, right? The godfather of marketing. But what nobody really ever talks about is the other guy. He is working the exact same time in history. He had a completely different vision for how human beings should be persuaded and what motivates them. His name was Alfred Adler. Oh, I'm saying that. No, I got that right. His name is Alfred Adler. And if marketing had been built on his ideas instead of Bernays, we would be living in a completely different world. Today, I just want to show you that difference, because once you know this, it really changes how you see everything in the world, from spiritual things like religion to politics to marketing to entrepreneurship to your own self-sovereignty to parenting. It truly changes everything. Because Edward Bernays, he was Sigmund Freud's literal nephew. And if you know anything about Sigmund Freud, he told us that we have a lot of problems. And he wanted to essentially to take the ideas about controlling the subconscious mind and weaponize them for commerce to make money. And before Bernays, most advertising was informational. It was, you had your snake oil salesman, right? Which, by the way, look into the phrasing on that. It's another fascinating thing. But it was essentially here's what we sell, here's what it costs, here's what it does. And then Edward Bernays came in and he said, don't sell the products, sell the feelings. And well, that's good in nature. He didn't want to target the rational mind around it. He wanted to target the subconscious. He literally worked on World War I propaganda campaigns for the government. That's the level that we were talking here. When the world ended, he had to ask himself essentially, if I could convince a nation to go to war, what else could I convince them to do? And that's when propaganda became public relations. He literally worked with the government to sell the destruction of others. So Bernays, essentially, a good way to think about it is that he looked at human beings as a herd to be managed.
Veteran-owned, faith-led, AI-powered, helping law firms grow with strategy, clarity, and results. Book your strategy session today.